Happy Diwali, friends. The next 3 or 4 days is a matter of celebration for all of us. It's a time when Lord Sri Ram, Sita Devi, and Lakshmana came back from their from being banished in the forest. This is the day that people in Ayodhya celebrated with lightings and firecrackers and whatnot, sweets and savories. So this is the time that we need to remember, the when righteous conquer evil forces. So this is exactly what we're seeing now in Maharashtra, and I'm sure everything will get cleansed very soon. So the people amidst themselves are fighting. So they are exposing each other. Now we can sit back and watch how everything comes out. So meanwhile, friends, welcome and thank you so much for joining me and being subscribers to our channel. You really don't know how much we enjoy your comments, and your suggestions. And we try our best to bring you the news, as early as possible. Please also share it with your friends, and if they have not joined, please ask them to subscribe. This is a big thing for us. And today, Jaydev also joins us. Welcome, Jaydev.
Yeah, good evening to all the viewers and wishing each and every viewer and their families a very happy Diwali. And I do hope that you celebrate by bursting crackers, unlike
Yeah,
what,
yeah, plenty of crackers.
unlike
Because yeah,
certain,
it's very clear.
yeah,
Yeah, it's very
politicians
clear
who
that
are,
you
yeah,
can you can burst some crackers. They have very
yeah,
specifically said only certain crackers which has got some chemical substance. So you can burst as many crackers as you want. Enjoy yourselves. Let your children have fun with snacks and savories and lighting. So go the full way. This is our festival. Let's enjoy it. Okay. Yeah. Let's start
yeah.
with the news, Jyoti.
Yeah, so WHO finally approves Bharat Biotech's COVID-19 vaccine Covaxin, and they granted emergency use listing status. Ending a long wait, the WHO has finally approved Covaxin, the COVID-19 vaccine developed and manufactured by Bharat Biotech, as you know. And the WHO has granted the emergency use listing status to Covaxin, and after the technical advisory group of WHO recommended the same earlier today. So it's kind of a good news for people who are traveling abroad, and I do hope that there's no third wave of COVID in India next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. So back to what's happening in Maharashtra, where all the action is taking place. Secrets in a hotel, says Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik in a teasing expose on Twitter. Maharashtra may have banned firecrackers this season, but an explosive few days after Diwali is expected, given that Devendra Fadnavis has also promised an expose. Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik, seemingly inexorable in his attacks on Samir Wankhede and the NCB's handling of the Aryan Khan drugs case, with swipes at former Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis to spare, has promised to reveal more secrets, but after a day for Diwali. So he says, Happy Diwali. There are many secrets hidden in the Lalit, a luxury hotel in Mumbai. See you on Sunday, the NCP leader tweeted cryptically. Now it seems like he's made Twitter his, what you call a press conference room. And every morning he starts at 10 o'clock, lambasting everybody and anybody who comes in front of him. Now he suggests that there are more allegations and accusations coming on Samir Wankhede and Fadnavis this weekend. Maharashtra, see, the BJP leader this week laughed off Mr. Malik's claim. He was once in a music video financed by a drug smuggler. The video featured Fadnavis' wife, Amrita Fadnavis, as the lead singer. Fadnavis said, I am just waiting for Diwali to pass. He has lit a tiny firecracker before Diwali, but I will light a bigger one after the festival. But dropped a teaser, himself adding that those who have relations with the underworld should not speak about me. I will present evidence. The former chief minister was referring to a case filed by the anti-drugs agency against Malik's son-in-law, Samir Khan, who was arrested earlier this year and granted bail. Today's tweet by Nawab Malik comes a day after he declared Wankhede had a wardrobe that included shoes worth 2 lakhs and watches worth 20 lakhs. The minister also claimed that Wankhede's sister, Yasmin Wankhede, a lawyer had connections to a known drug smuggler. He shared WhatsApp chats to back that claim. This we clarified in the interview that this was all nonsense, and Yasmin cleared that yesterday. Mr. Wankhede hit back hours later, pointing out that his sister is a criminal lawyer who did not handle cases under the NDPS or Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. The officer dismissed observations on his wardrobe. His sister was less kind, mocking Malik for having been inspired by watching one too many dramatic movies the night before. Samir is the lead investigator in the Aryan Khan drug case and faces allegations of a 8 crore payoff leveled by an agency witness. Now, here, what I'd like to tell you is that see, this seems so ridiculous that people start looking into your wardrobe and telling you what what is the cost of what you wear. Now, I may be a very middle class citizen, but I may have saved for a beautiful watch that I've wanted to buy all my lifetime. If I buy it and I wear it, do I become a crook, Mr. Nawab Malik? In which case, we should be scrutinizing each and every house of yours, each and every property of yours, your wife's wardrobe and her diamond jewelry. Should we all stoop to that level? Yeah, back to you, Jay.
Yeah, and I wonder what Fadnavis has up his sleeve. Like after Diwali, he said that he's going to drop a very big bomb.
See, here,
Which,
Jadev, see,
yeah.
what I don't understand is that, see,
Mm,
till now, I'm not talking on behalf of any party. Till
yes.
now, Fadnavis was very quiet.
Mm,
Okay. When Samir Wankhede and his full family were torn apart by Nawab
mm,
Malik, he
mm.
did not protect them. When we questioned him, and when he went to the center, he met Amit Shah and Narendra Modi ji. It is only then that he spoke on behalf of Samir Wankhede. Now, when his wife has been openly attacked by Nawab Malik, that time he became the husband. He forgot his political attire and he ran to rescue her from these barbs. Now, Mr. Fadnavis, we would have respected you much more had you stood with Samir Wankhede right from day one and protected his family, because all of us know, if you're talking about 99% of the public, we are all in support of Samir Wankhede and his family. If only, Mr. Fadnavis, you had supported him right from the beginning, we would have admired you. If you had, like Kirit Somaya, who has from the beginning supported Samir, if you had done that, we would have all been, have had so much of admiration for you. So coming in the middle just because your wife has been attacked does not come very well. Anyway, I mean, see, the fight is for justice and against crimes. So let us see who is exposed. Yeah, back to you, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, like what, in my opinion, that is that when Fadnavis says that he has solid evidence, linking Nawab Malik to underground,
Yeah,
underworld, right?
yeah,
So that will, I'm sure it will work in also in Wankade's Sameer's favor. Like
yeah,
if they are able to sort of what do you say, take Nawab Malik to court and sort of
yeah.
if
And
they,
also the fact that
yeah,
see, Samir's sister is also taking a very tough
yeah.
stand.
Mm.
She's going to take him to court. So that's also good.
Yeah, yeah. So coming to Parambir Singh has submitted an affidavit before an inquiry commission, probing his corruption allegations against Anil Deshmukh, saying that he does not have any further evidence to share in this matter. So Parambir Singh's lawyer confirmed that the senior IPS officer submitted the affidavit in a previous hearing of the commission. Now, in March this year, the Maharashtra government formed the one-member commission of retired Justice Kailash Uttamchand Chandiwal to probe Singh's allegations against Deshmukh. Now, despite the commission issuing multiple summons and a bailable warrant against Singh, he has not appeared before it so far. The commission has twice imposed fines on Singh of rupees 5,000 in June, rupees 25,000 each on two other occasions for failing to appear before it. Now, on the latest development, special prosecutor in the case, Shishir Hire, appearing before the inquiry commission, said Parveer Singh has refused to give any more evidence in the matter other than the letter that he had initially forwarded to the chief minister and the Home Minister. He is also not ready for a cross examination, Hire said. Last week, two non bailable warrants were also issued against Singh in Mumbai and neighboring Thane district in connection with the extortion cases registered at the local police station. Now, days after he was shunted out as Mumbai Police Commissioner and transferred to Home Guards, Singh had claimed in a letter to Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray that Deshmukh had used to ask police officers to collect money from restaurant and bar owners in Mumbai. Now, Deshmukh resigned from the post of State Home Minister, as you know. So the NCB leader has repeatedly denied all the allegations against him. Now, the CBI and ED are probing the allegations made against Deshmukh by Parambir Singh. And Deshmukh was on Monday arrested by the ED in connection with the money laundering case, as you all know. Now, here's an interesting piece of news. Anil Deshmukh used 27 shell companies to launder money. The ED on Tuesday told the court that former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh directly controlled 13 companies to launder money, while his close associate and family members were in control of 14 other firms. The agency, which had arrested Deshmukh in a multi-crore money laundering case, has secured his custody, and it's only I feel that he's going to reveal a lot more things.
Yeah. Okay. Harish says that Sanjay Nirupam given the interview Paramveer Singh in Belgium via Nepal. Friends, especially Harish, see, I don't trust even a single sentence that Sanjay Nirupam of Congress ever says. You remember, he was the one who said that this guy's Sandeep Singh was with him at a party. And Sandeep Singh had said that he was very safely inside his flat, you know, when Sushant Singh's news came to them. So these people are all birds of a feather. Which one is worse? I cannot tell you. Whether it's Sharad Pawar, whether it's Congress, or whether it's Shiv Sena. Okay. Moving back to, let's look at the details of the person, the officer who's now under attack, Samir Wankhede. Here's what we know about the man and his family as they are dragged by NCP's Nawab Malik. From extortion charges to allegation of faking birth certificates, Samir Wankhede is in the middle of a storm in Aryan Khan drug case after NCP ups its ante against him. Now, they're trying their best to pull him down. The high-profile drug seizure case of the coast of Mumbai has thrust not just Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan in the limelight, but it has also brought inordinate attention on the zonal director of the NCB Mumbai's unit head, Samir Wankhede, who led the raid, resulting in Aryan Khan's arrest and the whole fiasco that happened after that. Now, NCP Nawab Malik seized this opportunity to launch a campaign against Samir Wankhede, raising questions on his integrity and alleging that the raid on the cruise ship was fake. Malik had alleged that Wankhede had extorted money from Bollywood stars earlier during the pandemic, a claim that is vigorously contested by the embattled officer. The day after Samir Wankhede found himself in the eye of a raging storm, when independent witness Prabhakar Sale alleged that rupees 25 crores was demanded on behalf of the officer to let off Aryan Khan in the Mumbai cruise drugs case, Nawab Malik has launched a scathing attack against Wankhede, accusing him of committing forgery. Now, the first thing he said was that of bribery. Now, if he had taken bribe, or he had planned to take bribe, why was Aryan Khan in jail then? That's a question they will not answer. Now they move on to forgery. Malik on Monday tweeted a picture of a document related to Wankhede's birth and claimed the forgery began from here. As per the birth certificate released by Nawab Malik, Samir Wankhede was a Muslim by birth, but appeared for civil services examination in reserved category and became the IRS. As per Malik, Wankhede forged his birth certificate to pass the exams and land a job through reservations. A journalist claims that Samir Wankhede had married twice. What we know so far, Malik also shared an image allegedly of Wankhede and cryptically asked, identify him. Now, New Indian Express is another media that we don't trust anyway. This journalist, Sudhir Suryavanshi, then shared an image of stating that Wankhede had gotten married twice. The first one with Dr. Shabana Qureshi on December 12, 2006, and with whom he reportedly had two children. The journalist claimed Kranti Kiredkar is his second wife, and he's also a close relative of NCB's Nawab Malik. However, Wankhede has reportedly rubbished the allegations leveled against him, terming Malik's comment as shoddy. This is a shoddy attempt to bring in things that are unrelated to the drugs case. My mother was a Muslim. Why does he want to bring my dead mother into this? Wankhede was quoted as saying by the agencies, to check my caste and background. Anybody can visit my native place and verify my descent from great grandfather. But he should not indulge in scare campaigns before getting this fact straight. I'll fight all this legally and do not want to comment too much on this out of court, the NCB officer said, according to the sources. It is worth noting that Wankhede had recently lodged a complaint with the state police and union government stating that he is being stalked. Wankhede had complained that he has learned from his sources that someone had been following him even to a kabristan in western suburbs, which he regularly visits to pray at his mother's grave. Now, here, friends, you can understand that it's not only the Mahavikas Agadi, but it's also Bollywood who's involved in this. Wankhede's mother had passed away in 2015, and since then, he has been frequenting the kabristan to offer his prayers. Ever since Shah Rukh Khan's son was caught in the cruise ship drug case, a concerted attempt is made to tarnish Wankhede's reputation and to shift the attention from the culpability of those accused in the case to the narcotic officer who led the raid. As a part of this campaign, Samir Wankhede's personal life is scrutinized threadbare, be it his dead mother or his personal relationships. Focus is shifted on inconsequential things so that his action in the Mumbai drugs case can be undermined. However, Officer Wankhede is not a novice when it comes to high-profile investigations. He has also investigated the Sushant Singh Rajput case after the drug angle was revealed and probed Riya Chakravarti and others involved in the case. Samir, a 2008 batch IRS CNCE officer, was previously posted as Joint Director of Revenue Intelligence in Mumbai. He also held the post of Additional SP in NIA and Deputy Commissioner in AIU. Wankhede's first posting was as a customs officer at Mumbai Airport. He was also honored by the Union Home Ministry with the award of Outstanding Investigation for the year 2021. Samir Wankhede's team has seized drugs worth rupees 17,000 crores in the last 2 years of investigation. According to reports, Wankhede also filed cases against more than 2,000 celebrities for not paying tax in customs. Samir Wankhede also caught Mika Singh with foreign currency at Mumbai airport in 2013 and raided the house of many Bollywood celebrities, including Anurag Kashyap, Vivek Oberoi, Ram Gopal Verma. Shortly after Aryan Khan was arrested in the case, the media glare shifted to his wife Kranti Redkar, an actor by profession but who had no connection with the drug case. When she was accosted about her husband's recent raids, Kranti said, Samir has always been a hard worker. His operations and cases were there even before too. Today he's dealing with Bollywood-related drug probe cases, which is why it's getting highlighted. I give him his space when he's investigating or working on operations. I never asked him what happened, how it happened, because I respect the secrecy of his job. I take care of everything at home, which is why he can concentrate on his cases more. Now, NCB recovers drugs from the cruise ship off the coast of Mumbai. After the raid on the cruise ship rave party, NCB seized a huge amount of narcotics and detained 10 people. The ship was supposedly going from Mumbai to Goa. According to reports, every person present at the party had paid an entry fee of more than 80,000 rupees. As per sources, Mumbai Zonal Director Samir and other NCB officials acted on an intelligence input and boarded the ship as normal passengers and carried out the operation. Following the raid, there has been allegations that Wankhede is selectively targeting Aryan Khan. However, he said in a statement, we are not targeting anyone at all. We have nothing against him. We have arrested more than 300 people in the last 10 months. Out of those, at the most, there would be about 4 to 5 known people. How can you say that we are targeting anyone? Most of those arrested in the last 1 year are hardcore drug-related criminals. Now, my question to Nawab Malik and his cronies is that, is a man of his cadre not supposed to do his duty? Is he supposed to sit back and, for example, like Raj Kundra, make porn movies and then bribe the government and get off on a bail and start making movies again? Or should he be like half of Bollywood who actually peddle drugs to youngsters outside clubs, outside bars, outside schools, so that the younger generation get corrupted? This is also a form of terrorism. Just like this thing, any sort of terrorism, narco terrorism is destroying our country. And if honest people like Samir and Samir Wankhede and a few journalists and others are joining hands to expose this, should they be actually given encouragement and motivation, or pulled to the ground like this nasty minister has done? Yes, back to you, Jerry.
Yeah. So it's quite this thing that Nawab Malik has, sort of, he's going after each and every one. So I think that's all the news for today,
Yeah.
friends.
But
Yeah.
also, I'd like to tell you, friends, that see very clearly in the interview that we had with Yasmin yesterday. Now, she's a woman, a lawyer, an activist, okay, who has her own NGO, who does not mince words. She has very clearly said that this is a conspiracy. Conspiracy to remove, indirectly, she has said, to remove Samir Wankhede from the sea. Okay. And it is so that these people get a free access to whatever they are doing. Now, Aryan Khan's drug case, was leading directly to the kingpins of the drug case. And that is why people like Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan got scared, because there is something much more serious. And we all know who were the stars who were pulled and questioned, like Arjun Rampal, Ananya Pandey, Jackie Pandey's daughter, and so many other actors and actresses. Through the peddlers, they know exactly who are dealing with drugs. This created fear in the hearts of Bollywood top people. And that's why half of them were not even interested in Aryan Khan. The only person who was worried was about Shah Rukh Khan and his family. Others were not bothered about Aryan Khan. Yes, they were bothered about Aryan Khan because it would affect their own lives. And that's why an honest officer like Samir Wankhede had to be removed, and his whole family has to face this kind of witch hunt that is undergoing. If you ask me the truth, you know if you ask me the truth, the people who should be investigated are the present politicians of Maharashtra, because each one is hiding a million scams every day being exposed by Kirit Somaiya and many other people. You also saw the interview with Mohit, and you also realized that, see, Mohit exposed everything, what's happening there. So, friends, it's time that we did not sit back. We also exposed it through our social media and made a noise about it. Don't sit back, friends. Wherever you can, highlight these things. Fight. Fight from wherever you are. You may be in USA. You may be in Australia. You may be in South Africa. But, join forces with us. And in social media, fight back against this injustice. Nobody comments about fake media. Fake media is protected by these people, the same cabal. But we people come under a lot of attack because we speak the truth. Why do you think Arnab is undergoing so much of trouble? There are many people who are facing problem. You look at the Capital, the Capital, isn't it, Jaydeep? The channel, the Hindi channel.
Yes. Capital
Yeah,
TV.
yes, Capital TV. That's another channel that is very, very honest and hits directly at people. So we are the people who are facing problems. So instead of helping us to fight, do not sit back. Join hands with us and join forces with us wherever you can. Question the injustice that's happening. Your voices matter. At each and every stage, social media and the people's voices matter. So this is a very important message I'd like to tell you on Diwali. Now, the next session is at 8 o'clock, and we will be joined by Deepti Pinati for the next session of Sushant Singh Rajput's diary readings. Please join us. Till then, good night.
Good night.